Have you gone live on YouTube?
As of this moment, yes.
Okay.
Yep, perfect. Let me get this things sorted out here. Zoom chat goes here. Okay, perfect. Good morning, guys, in the YouTube. Let me minimize the zoom, else I can't see anything. Oh. Alright, perfect. Let's start off with some fresh analysis here on pound yen. So let's start with pound yen, delete every... Oh wait, this is gold, I'm so sorry. Let's delete everything on pound yen and start from the weekly. We see yesterday kind of closed bearish. Today it looks like a doji. We filled the weekly wick. We came up to create a top wick. Pretty indecisive price action on the weekly time frame. We see that we created a support down over here at like 149,900. We're gonna put down a yellow line for visual representation, and if we break below this support, it seems like, you know, the next target or support can be like at 148,800, so like 110 pip range over here. It's pretty big. On the daily, we also see that we have this resistance formed, so let's put a line through that, and let's look at this information from lower time frames. So on the lower time frames, it seems like we've got this resistance over here on the 4-hour, and we need to break. I would say for buys, I think we need to break above 150.735. For sells, I think we can, looking at it like this, I think we can you know, sell within the range to hit the support, because when price is ranging, let me annotate. Where's the annotation tools? Gone. Oh, I'm not sharing my screen on Zoom. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, I didn't want to interrupt you.
Okay, perfect. Now I have my annotation tools, because we know that when price is in a range, it goes from support to resistance, down to support again, and then from resistance, from support to resistance. So we see we're at resistance. So technically, theoretically, we should hit this support over here, and potentially with volume, we can even break below it and maybe continue lower. So let's clear this chart, these things off the chart. Perfect. If we take a look, so we've got about, on the 4-hour, we've got about a 47.50 pip range. So that's pretty good. If we look on the 1-hour, we see that 1-hour rejected resistance over here. Let's bring this up a little bit. Rejected resistance over here. We came down, we formed a support right here. So perfect. We've got this support established over here during after London Open, and we've got this current 1-hour going bearish, trying to break below this support. And what we see is that there's another support, other rejections about 15 pips away. So we're gonna mark those down very thinly, because we expect these issues over here to break with volume. So let's take a look at the 30-minute. So 30-minute is kind of closing like this. We see that there's an issue over there, and I think if the 30-minute can close below 150.300, I think you're gonna see some people taking sells on pound yen to come down to about 150, 150 to and ultimately the 4-hour support. So how is the Gulag doing today? We've got some questions. No Zoom today. The Zoom is open, if you guys can see it right there.
I have just posted it in the Slack.
Oh yeah, perfect. That's really good.
Yeah, no wonder, like, the Zoom was just constant.
Oh yeah, so the New York people in Slack have the Zoom link, right?
Yeah, I've just posted that up.
Okay, perfect. Thank you for handling that. I forgot about that, actually.
Yeah, in GD, I might look to enter at the close of this candle, just depending on how it closes.
Okay,
just
that's
on a
good.
small push. And, like, I know I'll be over trading for today, but I guess my third trade.
Yeah, I took a little sell on gold actually, but took a loss on that. We're gonna talk about that in a second. Let's focus on what's happening in pound yen over here. For the early bird people over here, we've got an interesting situation happening.
I'll be looking into if that creates a wick, top wick, and break off its lows and entry position, because I'm like you analyzed. Oh no, don't run away just yet.
Yes.
Hello, boys.
Hello, man. Hello, Augustus.
Hello, brother.
And we about to hit take profit.
Nice. You're still in your cells.
Nice.
Let's go. No, I wasn't in. I got hit at break even at the first, but then once this 15-minute candle closed, I went in straight away.
I see. That's good.
It made the top wick, and I was like, cool, I'm Gucci.
Yeah, the hourly is perfect to continue driving down and continue making the hourly body. So you should see a big fat 1 hour candle, probably maybe coming down to about like 150 flat.
Yeah, even the daily's flipped now.
Yeah, indeed.
And that's what we've been talking about the whole morning.
Yeah.
Whole morning.
I didn't
when
take
everyone
it,
was
man.
looking for the buys, we've been looking for the sells.
Yeah.
And I'm happy somebody had the same perception on the chart.
True.
Full margin sells.
Now I got my 10 pips, and happy days, boys. £450 for the day. I think it's good.
Amazing.
That's great, man.
Amazing.
It's all about the vibe.
Yeah, man. We haven't even opened the stream here for longer than 10 minutes, and there's already a winning opportunity here. About 8-9 pips over here. People are securing their profits. Whoever took this, I'm not in this trade. So now that we taken a look at GJ, let's do some top-down analysis on gold. I already secured a loss on gold, so I am absolutely done for the day today. Like, there's nothing that can happen that can get me to take a trade.
You took a loss on gold now?
Yeah, on this hourly confirmation here. We're going to take a look at it in a second. So we see that we're rejecting weekly resistance. We're kind of coming down to weekly support over here, and we're trading below weekly support. So if with volume, we can continue, in the coming days, potentially to continue driving down, fill these wicks. But that's might be a far-fetched idea. So let's take a look at the 4 hour. On the 4 hour, we see that there's this support at 123. So we're going to mark it down with a pretty little line, make it visually pleasing. We see that the previous 4 hour closed with a wick to fill, and this 4 hour is driving down, so that's pretty interesting. Let's take a look at more information on the 1 hour. On the 1 hour, we see that we were ranging during London. After yesterday, after New York, it created a low after London closed and started ranging. We broke down during London, created this low, and now the previous 1 hour created a resistance. So we have this resistance created over here at let's call it 129 flat. If we take a look at
Are we on the stream, guys? Sorry.
Yes. We're live on YouTube.
Okay.
So what I did, I actually took a sell once the first 5 minutes of this candle went bullish and then started breaking, flipping bearish. I took a sell. I had about an 11 pip stop loss, and I guess price just tickled it, and it's now going back down. So I was in it from, right here.
Let me see your chart.
Yeah, I was in
Where?
I was in it from here. So for the gulag, I am not in this trade, guys. It got stopped out and everything. So it was once this candle flipped bearish. I had about 10. My stop loss was right at the high over there, and I guess this candle over there just wicked me out. But
okay,
that was a little too early because there was no volume at that time. It was still 12, not 12:30. Volume starts to kick in around 12:30. So
yeah, and I mean the way it closed, it never closed below that 5 minute wick.
yeah, I was looking at that. There was this wick over here was acting as a support, which is that wick over there. But I anticipated that once it broke its own low, it would feel like the hourly wick, and then once it broke 1726, like it's doing right now, over there, then it would have been a clean like 20 pips to correct this clean traffic over here.
Okay.
But yes, took a small loss on that. It's okay. It's whatever.
I mean, for GJ,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we're gonna see some sells anymore today.
Yeah, it had no
I think
top wick.
we did like everything we were supposed to do. Come down, create a bottom wick, and then just shoot up from there.
Yeah, indeed. So I hope people secured their profits over here. And
Yeah, I fulfilled my target. That's what we've been speaking in London. I just want to hit that 250 level sort of daily lows to make that bottom wick and then shoot up.
Yeah, indeed. It literally tapped that bottom wick and now it's rejecting like hardcore.
But that's what I said in regards to my MetaTrader. I always trust my MetaTrader because if it doesn't have a top or bottom wick, it's gonna come down. And
Indeed.
I've been sort of had a bad experience in regards to that. Sort of seeing TradingView has a bottom wick or a top wick, but my MetaTrader doesn't, and I execute the trade in sort of in reversal to that. As for example, like today, people took buys, but we had no bottom wick.
Yeah,
and before I had that sort of experience that I just lose the trade, and then I see the price coming back and make my bottom wick on my MetaTrader. So what I learned is just, if there's no bottom wick or top wick, I'm not gonna take a trade in that direction. And if I miss a move, I miss a move.
Yeah, I needed to relax because what we saw, it was also for me, like I came to the charts and it wasn't very clear. Like we had this 1 hour support resistance over here, and then on the 30-minute it's all the way up there. So I'm like, and then the 4 hour there was a zone over here, and we see this over here and that. So I'm like, what the hell is going on here? And I just wasn't comfortable executing in the buying direction.
Because we never close. You see that rejection on the left hand side of 800. Yeah. So, but we never closed above that zone.
True.
So I said for the buys, I want to see a new higher high. So if we can create a new higher high, we can potentially then retest that level that we broke through and then push further up, right? But yeah,
something like that, and then Doji.
Yeah.
And then like a support formed over here, that would have been ideal.
Amazing.
Then,
like that's the perfect trade scenario, right?
Yeah, then take buy from here to here.
But you don't have that bottom wick on a daily. And if at the end of the London session, we pushed hard, so directional buyers just shifted from bullish to bearish. But we just needed that little deeper retest to 500 level, which we did. And then we start dropping. Obviously, I had my sales before, and I got stopped at break even because I was like 6.5 pips up. So I just didn't want to lose those profits. And then when this opportunity arose, so I could see the same that we had on the weekly, we did on the hourly. And once we closed on a 15-minute, we just came back into the range. And when we made the top wick, I was like, okay, I'm getting in. My stop loss is going to be like 10 pips. Reasonable. It was nearly above the 15-minute candle open. And if it comes up, I'm just going to manage risk. So, but it had to make that bottom wick.
Yeah, exactly. It's always, because if you look at the other candles, it's like 95% of them have top and bottom wicks. So if one doesn't and it's still open, then it's kind of like a dead giveaway of what's going to happen, what could happen. But yeah, let's see. So we're gonna start taking a look at some charts over here. So for the Gulag, get your charts ready. Also the Zoom. So yeah, gold should be an easy move down to 1723, 1724.5, and then beyond that, it's a pretty strong support. So anything could happen really. Could go all the way back up to 1745. Could break below it, go all the way down to like 1700 flat. We don't know yet. But if it starts breaking below 1723, 1722, oh boy, it's got like what, 150 pip range over here. So let's see if let's start taking a look at some charts here from the Gulag. So let's go from all the way from the top of the chat. We've got the first chart from Martin over here. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. This is GBP USD 30-minute 4-hour resistance. We've got a support over here and an arrow pointing down. That seems pretty good. If price can break below 1.37300, you got clean traffic and with volume can continue down. So it seems pretty good. Let's see if we can find other chart. Where is Raja? He's in Pakistan, guys. What to do when you get 5-6 pips in profit and you don't want to lose that profit, but it's too early to put on break even? Well, I guess you manage risk if it comes back to break even. You close 50%, maybe 70, 80%, 90%, whatever you're comfortable with, and you leave a small position running. Got a chart over here from Manish. Please have a look. I think mine and your chart look different. Oh, okay. That's pretty good to compare charts. Let's have a look why they look different. Oh, yeah, that is pretty different. You've got some lines over here, some EMAs, whatever this is. Yeah, nice. It's a nice painting over there. All right.
Man, what's he looking at? I don't even know what he's looking at.
I don't know, man.
What his idea is. Like, there's nothing there, bro.
No, like, are you looking for buys, sells? Yeah, it makes sense. I mean,
like, yeah, you've got some like averages and MACDs, but
yeah, I don't know what to do with
what
this
about
information. Exactly. So maybe next time you can kind of put some detail on it. I'll show you guys my chart from the London session. This is kind of what we expect over here from you guys. You see, so this is my chart. Look at this. We go from over here. It's labeled 1. Price was moving up during Asia, blah, blah, blah. Then we go to point 2. There's arrows pointing exactly to, you know, the things that are specified here, you know. Got arrows very clear. Got point 3. We see that, you know, this and that. I mean, this is very clear. I can send this to a 5-year-old, maybe a 10-year-old, and they'd understand. So this is kind of what we expect from you guys in the Gulag. What do you think about GU? I think we saw a chart from GU. We can do some fresh analysis on it, maybe. Yeah, it's from Albano Z. Let's do some fresh analysis for our friend Albano Z. He's a hardcore, he's a big fan of ours. So GBP USD. Let's do some top-down analysis. So weekly was bearish. Today, this week is going bullish. Let's investigate why it's going bullish. And it seems like it's going bullish because daily's at support. Perfect. So daily filled the wick. It's now daily's coming back bearish. Let's go take a look at more information on the 4-hour. And we see daily is coming back bearish because it's respecting this 4-hour resistance. So if we're respecting a 4-hour resistance and we're approaching a 4-hour support, can we expect this support to maybe break? Or not expected, but let's see if we can break this support. Yeah, so this seems pretty good. We're rejecting resistance, so if we can get a candle to close below, you know, 1.37200, then we've got a whole 30 pips of clean traffic. And if you get a candle closing above, let's see the range, it's 16, 17 pips. You might want to wait for like some support to form above, because it seems like the bias is rather bearish. Because daily, you know, came up, and we see many rejections on the daily time frame. So there's a good probability that we might break this support over here, but we need a candle to close below it. So that's the analysis on GU. Trade XRP? I don't think so. Let's check this chart. Potential buys above 0.50 to the resistance on 0.800 pound yen. That's also an option over there that you have. You can take, this seems like, you know, an important level over here too. So if price does start breaking up, then you can take potential buys over here in a 25 pip range. But you have to keep in mind this is a 4-hour resistance that we've rejected in London, so we don't know. You also have this issue over here on the 4 hours, so that's kind of an uncertain range over here. Please have a look again, maybe this explained better. Oh, perfect. I hope, let's see. It's the same chart from earlier, but hopefully there's more explanation. Perfect, look at this. This low is different from the low of the recent 30-minute low. On your chart, this low was the same as the previous low. Oh, like you mean that it's a few pips lower? But yeah, I think that's to do with the liquidity. So look at this. Oh, oops, that's the wrong button. So you see how here it says Awanda? That's a liquidity provider. On my chart, I use let me clear these arrows and get the arrow here. I use FXCM. So if your chart is different, then you probably want to type in like GBP JPY and then get the one that says FXCM. You know, that's the that's the one we use. Oh, perfect. We got some charts from the Zoom as well. Let's take a look at them. We've got pound yen 30-minute minor support. Would like to see a good 30-minute bearish close below here. Potential 40 pip range. Clean candles here would make sells valid in my opinion. If we get a clean close below. Yes, that's beautiful. That's the bias over here is to see if we can continue down to hit 149, 800, 900. That's kind of the idea. Entered a sell after the long 30-minute candle formed. Expected money set up, but got stopped out. Price never really went into profits, but now it would have been. I was too early or just unlucky. So I took this sell as well on gold. So let's break it down so that we can both learn from it. Can kill two birds with one stone here. So I'm gonna guess that you took a sell. Well, I took a sell in this 30-minute candle. It went up in the first 5 minutes. It had no bottom wick. So once it started flipping bearish, I took a sell when it flipped bearish, and I expected it to continue driving down to create its body. But what ended up happening was that it flipped bearish and then went back up to hit the stop loss, and then it went down. So and the reason that happened was because if we take a look at the time that we took this sell was taken at exactly 12 o'clock my time, and pre-New York volume starts at 12:30. So you can already see the size of this 15-minute candle. This is a 13, 14 pip candle. This candle over here was just an 8 pip candle. So I think we were just a little too early over there. We needed to wait for the session to start. That's what happened.
Alright, master. Have a good New York session, man. I'm heading off. Need to get some breakfast.
Hey, thank you, man. Have a good breakfast.
Thank you. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow in London.
Take it easy, man.
Take care. So, I like buys for today. Cleaner traffic to the high side and making higher highs. Let's take a look at this chart. From the Zoom, sells, this is pound yen 1 hour. Sells below 150, 130, and buys above. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So buys above. Oh, so many charts. Yeah, we just discussed that. Buys above this level can be reasonable with a 25 pip range, except then you do have, this 4-hour issue over here. So I think sells are just going to happen much cleaner than buys. Looking for sells below 1722 on gold, but waiting for the news to come to see how gold reacts. Oh, good that you mentioned that. We should take a look at news. Because I think I saw some USD news. Today is Tuesday, right? Oh yeah, look at that. So we have CPI for the USD and core CPI coming out 30 minutes after New York Open. So that. Oh, that's a pretty good question from Davidoff92. How do you decide when to leave full positions run in drawdown, and when do you reduce risk? So I think that comes down to experience. Here on gold, I sort of left my full position to run to stop loss because firstly, there was no real way to manage risk, right? So if we look at the 5-minute, I entered over here. Once gold broke its own low, I had a 10 pip stop loss, and that it went 4 pips in profit, and the next candle started coming up, and at that point there's no real place to manage risk. Maybe once this candle broke the high over there, but then that's only a couple pips distance. So then you can you either look at the 5-minute or you just accept that it is what it is. Because if you're going to secure a full stop loss, then that means your target also needs to be bigger, at least like 1.5 to 2 to 1. Because if you're like getting 2 to 1 and you have 50% win rate, then you're still profitable. Because you're winning twice what you're losing in the long term. Oh, what's this? Oh, somebody in the gulag overtraded and now they're not trading for the whole week. Perfect. That's pretty good discipline. So if the Zoom wants to hop on here as well, you're welcome to join. If you want to discuss something.
Must be. And also,
Yes.
just an analysis, right? Anything above that, what would you say to buys above 490?
Over here at 500.
Yeah.
Yeah.
490, 500, yeah, that zone.
I think they
To
can work.
mirror that clean,
Clean
candle
candle here.
upstairs, yeah.
Yeah, I think
Just a
that.
trading idea.
Yeah, I think that can work as a potential buying idea. Because if you do take a look at it, it is sort of overall respecting the swing structure. But I think, like I mentioned before, you do have in between. You have like this 4-hour where the 4-hour closes and the next one opens. Yeah, which is right about there. So you might see some kind of issues over here, which limits your profit, because then the range goes from 25 to all of a sudden 8, and then you got another range from 8 to like 15. So that becomes tricky.
So ideal sells for GJ would be below 150.
Yes, I think sells below 150, 150, 200 can work out pretty nicely.
Okay, so it's just a little patient day then in GJ for me. Well, you have to be patient any day, but okay.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a patience day over here, because it gave a confirmation here, but now it's rejecting, so we don't know what's going to happen at this point.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, you're happy to help.
So I just hopped on YouTube and there's only 72 likes. Can we like get more likes on the stream though?
Yeah, we didn't call out the winning trade yet. Or well, we
I
did.
swear I thought it went within 10 minutes. I know I was a little bit late, but it wasn't that late.
Yeah, true. We did have a little win over here, but I guess 100 likes, 500 views, that's a little off, guys. The ratio isn't quite there. Yeah, I'm exhausted today as well. I took a loss in London right here. Price rejected and then boom, smashed all the way down. Then took a loss on gold and now I'm just exhausted. I don't want I don't want anything to do with any more trades today.
Someone in YouTube chat is saying, "Happy Ramadan, Happy Ramadan, mate."
Oh yeah, that's right.
It was
There's
yesterday, I think. Yeah.
yes. Let's take a look at this chart from the Gulag. What's this? This is Euro AUD 15 minute. After 30-minute close above the zone, then I am anticipating price to move bullish, potential target of 15 pips. Okay, yeah, so you want this current 15-minute to keep closing above, and then you can fill this whole range over here. That is pretty valid idea. 4 hour close bearish, structure is bullish, 1 hour failing to break the structural low. Yeah, so I think this is a perfect idea to fill this range over here, because you know what's going to happen. I think this move down here was just a higher time frame pullback. So if we can break above this resistance, then it can continue the overall higher time frame trend, right? Let's see. Oh yeah, happy Ramadan to Raja. He celebrates that. He's not on the stream though, but I'm sure he's gonna do something special. Oh yeah, let me fix the YouTube title. You're right. There we go, the YouTube title is correct. Yeah, Gulag has become international for the streams now at this point. Everybody knows what we're talking about. Yeah, so let's see. There's nothing much happening today other than the USD news. Tomorrow, Fed Powell speaks. Let's check this trade that Matteo took over here from the Gulag. Oh. Oh, nice. You caught those sells. Entry once 30-minute candle closed below support. Closed price came 1.5 pips away from TP. Closed 50% at break even. Closed everything once price was closing above the support and not rejecting it. Oh, yeah. So I see what happened there. You took a sell and price didn't quite tap your take profit, and you closed 50% at break even. I think that's really disciplined of you. I think maybe what you could have done, because this went so far into profits, is probably just closed everything at break even. Because, you know, if you miss your take profit by 1.5 pips, that's more or less the spread. So what you could have done was maybe put the stop loss at break even and then seen if you can give it a second chance at some point later on. But yeah, I think it was a really good idea of you to close the full trade 50% at break even and then full positions at once this 15-minute closed bullish. I think that was a perfect way to manage the trade. Sells on gold, yeah, that's the bias. So bias is sells unless we start breaking above this 1729. Then if we do start breaking above 1729, then we can say that overall we're starting to respect this super strong support at 1723. So that's what we're looking for on gold. Yeah, there's some static noise. but that's okay. You can hear me just fine. Why volume is low these days? Let me try speaking closer to the mic. You know, for pound yen, if you wake up early around 5:30 UK time, you can always get a better entry. 5:30 UK time, I think that's still rather early. But yeah, I know a lot of people take entries in towards Asia session and leave them running into London. Just wondering if you can put music. I guess the white noise is becoming irritating, so no one talking. Yeah, that's true. It's a pretty quiet stream. Let me put on some music from the library here. YouTube library. Looking to take sells either on the bearish close or if the wick breaks below. Okay, let's take a look at this chart. So one lower lows and lower highs formed from the recent high. Yes. Oh, what's going on? Bearish momentum approaching support, looking for bearish close below support. Lower upper and lower wicks. The previous bearish candle.
TzRzetHz just melted.
Oh,
Yeah.
what? Oh, wow. What happened here? Damn.
I was looking at that. It's a clear range. Like my sales were like valid from like 151, 150, but I don't like the impulsive would have been risky. So I think for those who haven't caught anything, just wait for a retest or something. And if you don't get it, then too bad.
Pooh, that's crazy. Did this move in 2 minutes over here? Look at it go.
And look at the one now. It has like no wick at the top.
Wow.
Wow.
Straight down to 149,800. What a move. Crazy.
And it's still just melting. Holy.
Yeah,
Nice.
once this hourly closed over here, that was pretty good confirmation to continue lower. Maybe once it broke the low. But damn, that happened so quickly.
Look at that go, man.
But that's just making the daily wick, like you were saying in Augustus.
Yeah, indeed. Now
So watch out, that's the thing.
yeah, and take a look at the daily over here. This is pretty neat. Almost looks like it came down to create a low resistance. Today, it pulled back a little harder than expected, and now it's going bearish. I think if it breaks below, so I think we were talking about this, how there's, oh wow, look at it come down
What
to
the
support.
hell?
Quick smooth, man.
That's crazy. So now we hit 149,800, so I guess the horns can come out. Let's get some horns over here. I don't know if anybody caught that.
No, that was very small. The horns. Couldn't hear it at all.
Yeah, I think on the YouTube you can hear that for sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, on Zoom you can't. But yeah, I think there's a good probability that we can break below this range. So if people got runners running, oh boy, you guys are gonna be eating.
Mitch, did you catch it, mate?
No, unfortunately, I didn't. I was looking at the gold chart.
Oh. Did anyone in Zoom catch it?
I was
Me
waiting
too
for a
fast,
close.
yeah.
I was waiting for a close below 0.15, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I think everybody was waiting for that close.
No top wick on a 30-minute either. It just literally flew.
Yeah, I think
Flying still.
I'm looking at Instagram. That guy Sean Lee, he caught that on 50 lots. He's in
Wow.
sales since his first sell on GJ is
Up
150,700.
150.700.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. 150.7. Oh, he took it right there. Yeah, sneaky little guy. I was taking sells over here.
And he has 200 lots on US 30. I mean,
Nice. Yeah, let's
Whatever, man.
not talk about
yeah, no,
People
but
that we don't talk about.
but still, I mean, props to everybody who caught
Yeah.
sales today because they were not easy.
yeah, no, they really weren't that easy. They look easy, but no. But I think once this 1 hour closed below the most recent support, we discussed how, this is a daily daily flipping area. So those zones, from what my experience, I've been taking a close look at this points where candles flip bullish to bearish or whatever after creating a top wick. These zones over here, they should break. They should break pretty cleanly. That's something I've been looking at in the past, I think 2 weeks, 1 week. So let's see what price does over here. If it can form a support and then retest maybe 150, 200 to continue lower, that's going to be beautiful. And now the weekly should like be filling the wick over here. And if it breaks this wick, it can come down, fill this whole range, 100 pip range. Gold. Ooh, look at that. Oh, wow. Yeah, so we were discussing this on gold just a second ago before GJ melted. We were talking how, 153 is a 153, what am I saying? 1723 is a super strong support. I mean, it's been respected countless days, like, wait, let's do this. So it's been respected for like 33 days, a whole month. That's crazy. And now we're coming down to it and we have two options. We're either going to break below it or reject from it. I mean, price only goes up or down, right? So the idea was to fill this 4-hour wick over here once the hourly candle created a resistance, or actually even before that, to be honest. But yeah, once resistance was formed, the idea was to fill the 4-hour wick down to this low, and potentially, since we tried to break above and couldn't, so maybe potentially there's a higher probability to break lower, right? If we tried to break above and it came back in the range, there's a good probability it can break lower. But if we're gonna start trading above, 1729, then we can say that this very strong support down here is gonna be respected. And I'm gonna mute everybody. Okay, yeah, everybody in the Zoom is muted over there. You guys can unmute yourselves if you want. But yeah, if we're going to start breaking above 1729, then we can say, okay, 1723 is going to be respected, and we can start maybe heading up in a counter trend fashion.
Master P, can
Yes.
you take a look? Can you take a quick look at US 30?
Oh yeah, let's take a look at US 30 over here. US 30. I think it's this one, currency.com.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Let's do some analysis on US 30. I've never done an analysis on US 30 before. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. So weekly, pretty bullish. Daily closed like a doji, sort of creating resistance. Today we broke the high, trading below it, approaching a support down here. So buy it. The trend is very much bullish, but it seems like it's in a pullback phase. Yeah, this candle, we have a support over here. So this is like a daily 4-hour support and then a daily target over here. Perfect. On the 1 hour, we see that, yeah, crazy. Price broke below this minor support area over here, and then sells. People probably took sells down to this support, 50 pip, 50 point range. I think that's $50 range over there. I think if we start creating resistances in this range, we can probably, come down to holy, what is the number? 33,398. Let's call it 33,400.
But that drop looked big too. That's why I was just like,
Oh yeah, I mean, from over here, that's a $150 drop. You can't. I don't know what the pip value of US 30
I have
is.
no idea.
Must be pretty high. I think it must be the same as gold, because gold is also calculated in dollars and not pips. But yeah, I'm really curious. This is going to be a very interesting idea here on gold. If it starts to break above, 1729, we can potentially correct this clean traffic over here back up to 1735 500, which is about 50 pips, 60 pips. Let's take a look at some charts. Just wondering if you can. Oh yeah, let's put some music on. I forgot about that. So does Luke have a playlist? No. So how's the music in the gulag? 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 How's the gulag? Loud. Okay, the music is loud. Oh my god. DJ Master P. Yeah, I was having the YouTube play, and the YouTube was like hearing themselves. You know, it's like Inception. It's like Inception here, but then with audio. Yeah, so we got that Raja music, Raja tunes. Oh, let's take a look at this chart.
Everybody's like DJ Master P.
Yeah. Is the music still too loud?
I mean, you can hear the music pretty loud,
Yeah,
clear,
it's
but I don't know.
Is it like too louder than my voice? Else I can do something about that. Music, it's okay. No, it's too loud. Not loud. Rip ears. Yes, louder than you. Turn it down, please. But this is the lowest that it's on, technically. It's the lowest. Let me see something. Nah, guys, what you talking about, man? The music was pretty good. I can turn it down in OBS a little bit over here, and then let me have it playing again. Yeah, it's pretty good like this, guys. Relax. Okay. Okay, we got a chart from David Johnson. David Johnson sent a chart. This is pound yen 15, entry candle closure above resistance on the 15. Okay, 1-to-1 hit. Oh, nice. That's pretty nice. That was like a counter trend buy over there. That's pretty good. I think it was a little tricky because price didn't quite well close above, but you made it work, so that's good. Oh, that's a good question from Robert. What do I expect from GJ on the weekly and monthly time frame? So on the weekly, I kind of expect, we see that the weekly is sort of starting to range in a way, where it created a resistance and it's trying to come down to support, right? So, so it created this resistance over here, let me get my arrows. So I created this resistance over here, and we've got this support over here, so it's in this range. And we should, I think within this week, we're going to come down to this wick, fill the wick to the left, and then after that, I'm not sure if it's going to keep going or if it's going to bounce back up and things like that, but I'm going to show you guys something really cool here. I'm going to show you something that probably not you haven't seen yet, and this is called a 3-month chart. This is called a 3-month chart, so you can kind of get sort of like some ideas of what the market can do. So we see based on the 3 months, we're kind of at a 3-month resistance. That's why price is finally rejecting after going bullish for so many weeks. We see the weekly coming bearish, and if we can start breaking above this 153 level on the 3 months chart, then we'll see a lot of bullish market. But currently we're a very strong resistance. That's why we see bearish weekly candles here and not down here,
Master P,
Yes.
can you pull up the monthly charts?
Monthly, yes.
So if you look to the left, yeah, exactly that level. So what you would expect from that level, being a strong level, you would maybe expect that bottom wick to be made on the monthly, and after to come back up, and so reject that level and come back up. And that could make sense on the weekly for it to still come down maybe this week. And after you could get maybe the pushback up later in the next 2 weeks for that monthly to then push up.
Yeah, that's a interesting idea. I think, yeah, looking at these monthly wicks, I think this is a little too deep to create a wick and then still go bullish. What we might see is like this monthly closing week bearish, and then the next one breaks the high, continues onward.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But yeah, we got to take it by the ear. We're in trades for like 10, 15, 1 hour maximum, so the monthly, weekly time frames at the end of the day don't affect our sessions that much. Yeah, we're currently at a very strong support here on pound yen. We need to see some kind of pullback to retest the low. Gold, 15-minute closed above on gold. This reminds me of a situation on Friday. I don't know if you guys who was here on Friday, but we took a very similar situation here. It was taken, yeah, right here. It was taken right there where price had a resistance. It was coming down. Price had a resistance. Over here we had resistance. This 15-minute closed above, and we were taking buys up here, secured 10 pips, and stopped out at break even. But this time, this same pattern is happening. So if we take a look at the context, right? This first time it happened all the way up here, right? It happened all the way up here, but now it's happening all the way down here. So that's a huge difference, because up there we were already very high. So one could say that there could be a deeper pullback, but now we're at a very strong support. So if we see that same pattern at a very strong support, then the probability is obviously going to be a little bit higher. How to add liquidity provider to MetaTrader 4? That's a funny question over there, because it's already implemented in your MetaTrader 4. If you can see candlesticks in your MetaTrader 4, those candlesticks, the data is coming from a liquidity provider, and you can't choose it because your broker, it's your broker chooses which liquidity to use. So the only thing you can do is kind of like see which broker you like most. You better stay on gold to trade. I guess we'll take a look at, we'll stick to the gold chart for a bit, since GJ is kind of at support here. There's not much to say about GJ. We've been talking about sells from up here. I think in summer months we will see bullish trend. My thought process is that a lot of Europe countries are depending on tourism, So I think that COVID restrictions should be less. Yeah, I don't know about where you live, but here in the Netherlands, oh boy, we're like in lockdowns through the summer. They're planning to keep us at home throughout the summer. I think in UK as well, there's like a travel ban. But
You
yeah,
guys really are lockdown like that? That's crazy.
yeah, man, we're super strict here in Netherlands. But also UK, I hear from the UK guys that like there's a travel ban in UK. You can't, leave the UK for leisurely trips. Oh. But yeah, usually summer months have less volume, so you might see smaller candles over there. Euro JPY on a strong resistance, ready to go down. Fire emojis. Nice. XRP is at 1.42. Yeah, a lot of people are making a lot of money on XRP. Robert, we were neighbors when you lived in Italy. Yeah, I think that's far-fetched. The world isn't that small. Plus your last name doesn't quite look Italian over there, but okay. How do you buy XRP? Well, the people that I know that are holding it they use this platform called Binance. So you have that. Yeah, here this guy uses Gemini platform for crypto. What province are you from in the Netherlands? I'm in North Holland. Actually in Hilversum. It's like 20 kilometers from Amsterdam. Let's put on this song. I don't know. Please review this chart on Euro AUD. Let's take a look at this Euro AUD chart. Nice. We're getting so nice charts now. Everything is nicely labeled. Good job, guys. This is really nice. Price is trending upward on the 4-hour time frame. Strong bounce of hourly support. Bullish candle showing momentum to go up. Yeah, that's really nice. 30-minute high broken, showing potential to go up. Clean range to go up. That looks pretty clean. It makes sense. Let's take a look at Euro AUD on the higher time frames. I'm curious. Yeah, nice. I think it's in a delicate situation, but you're making it work. We had support here, resistance here. You saw that price broke or it created a support, and now it's going bullish. That's really nice.
Must be.
Yes.
GJ chart for a minute, please.
Oh, yeah.
If I may just annotate.
Yeah.
If anyone's looking for any sort of trade, my idea would be something like that. Simple. Retest of this level and a couple of or 15-minute rejection, and to test this lows. That's something I'll be looking at, but then it must reject this area. It must reject this area.
Yeah, you need a resistance to fill the wick.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, it's going to be a pretty good idea.
But that involves a lot of waiting and a lot of patience. So
True.
Let's practice that.
People really like this background music. It's Yesterday. It's called Yesterday from...
waiting and a lot of patience. So
True. Yes.
let's practice that.
Oh. Yeah, this song is called Yesterday from Otis McDonald. It's on the YouTube library if you want it. Today's a bad day for me. I lost with DJ. I'm guessing that's supposed to be GJ. But yeah, I took a loss on GJ too, man. Took a sell once the 15-minute here broke the low. Like I took a sell over here with a stop loss over here, and then I managed myself out because this candle didn't go much in profit. Started going into drawdown, went 10 pips, and I'm like, I closed everything. And then you got this big fat, candle going down, but that's okay. We'll catch it another day. Take a look at NZD JPY. Nah, I don't feel like taking a look at NZD JPY because both the NZD and the JPY is closed. So why would you want to trade something that's closed? Is there...
Good reply, man. Good reply.
Somebody asking if there's news for the shipping of magic keys. I can't wait to get yours. I mean, I don't know why you're asking over here. We're not the support team of Magic Keys, but I'm pretty sure that they have an email you can contact. Let's take a look on gold. Oh, gold is back in the range, man. This pattern, gold, it does not like this pattern, man. Like every time this pattern shows up, it just leaves a wick. The lower time frames start breaking above, and it leaves a wick. You see it on the on the weekly chart as well. Like daily had closed above, and then it closed below, leaving a wick. Then you got a candle going back in the range. It's like gold just does not like this counter trend pattern over here. It's pretty interesting. Yeah, it happened here too. 30-minute closed above this resistance, but not this one, and then price rejected. Same things keep happening over and over. If you guys have any recommendations for the music you want me to play from the YouTube library, let me know. Oh, nice. Ron Nicholas is... Well, I shouldn't say where he's from, but he's... He left a comment. Hilversum is nice and fancy. I'm from close to the beach. That's pretty nice. What point do you go against your... At what point do you go against your bias? Oh, that's a good question. When your bias... how can I explain this? Basically, when you start to get confirmations in the other direction. So let's say your bias is to go down, then you want price to create lows and lower lows, lower highs, basically. But if price then creates a low and then creates a lower high, but creates also a higher low, then that starts to kind of become conflicting your idea to continue lower, right? So especially if price starts to go back up, then a lot of people call this a sort of like head and shoulders, I guess. But it's really more of a counter trend. It's just the market structure breaking its structure and then continuing in the opposite direction. So would you say give it a try, sell at 149,780? Probably not. I mean, 780 is support, right? Then you're selling once this candle breaks the low. It's low. I don't think that's pretty good. I think that's a good idea. Oh, wait a minute. It's yesterday's low too, isn't it? Probably not. You probably want to wait for a candle to close below. It's going to be a great idea. Could I look at the 3 months on GJ? Yeah, sure. I can give you guys that gift. I have the the package for that over here. You know what? Let's also take a look at the 12 months. Oh, look at that. So 12 months is at resistance. Oh wow, that's actually, yeah. So 12 months is at pretty strong resistance over here, so that's why we might see a pullback. But it seems overall, it seems GJ's pretty bullish. So if there's any long-term investors here on the stream looking to invest for the next 3-5 years, pound yen seems like a pretty good opportunity, because we see rejections since 2016. Price has been rejecting the 128 level all the way to like 140, but I mean, this information is irrelevant. It's irrelevant.
But it would make sense, like post Brexit, for like the pound to recover and gain some strength again.
Yeah,
like
true.
in the next 5 years, like 3 years.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, if this was the 30-minute chart, you'd probably wait for a close above 153, and then with clean traffic up to 188.
Yep.
Just a casual, just 3,000 pip range, you know. Let's see, we got a candle close. Let's take a look. Yeah, 30-minute on gold closed below, so you kind of are shit out of luck on buys over there. This 30-minute closed here. We see 15-minute is bullish. If like Trading Dice said, if you can get a retest of 150, 200, and see some rejections at the resistance created over there, that's going to be a pretty good idea to retest this low. And you still have, and this range is pretty big. It's big enough to do that. So. We have a guy, okay, I'm leaving now. I come to learn, not listen music. Yeah, man. I mean, we had 2 songs playing, but people wanted music, so I gave them music. Is that Raja with the glasses? Ooh. I think Mitch. I think they're looking at you. Are you Raja, Mitch?
Man, I wish, man. I'm honored. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, Raja's a good-looking guy, so take that as a compliment. God, do you think Forex will be in danger in future because of all cryptocurrency? I don't think so. I think Forex is safe for like the next 10 years at least. And even if cryptos do take over and everybody starts trading cryptos, then then you're just gonna adapt, learn to the crypto market. Price at the end of the day will always go either up or down, so the same patterns will appear, and we can become consistent in that. As long as we don't go back to trading sheeps and cows and chickens for instead of currencies, then we're good. Oh, this guy in the Zoom chat had a sell stop at 150.120. 50. Oh, that's pretty nice. That's all the way down there. Yeah, that's pretty good. I think a sell stop once the daily flipped bearish as well was also a pretty good idea in this situation. And now you've got another one at 149.760, so down there. I think somebody in this Gulag asked about that. Can we have a sell stop here at support? I think it's pretty risky, but if you're up for the week, up for the month, and you have a profit to leverage to make some extra, then why not leverage another 0.5% or whatever it may be. And Euro AUD over here, hit take profit for somebody. Somebody in the Gulag sent a chart about a Euro AUD right here. And they just hit to take profit. Amazing. Congratulations. Let's take a look at Gbp USD. Ooh, look at that. GBP USD closed below the support we were talking about. I'm sure the GU traders over there were paying attention and are probably looking to start moving their fingers over here. Let's see how this plays out. You might want to see a resistance formed first, because price has moved quite a bit. So there is a chance that you can sell the low. So that's why you might want to see a resistance. But I mean, I don't watch GBP USD, so don't know how it moves at this time. If my bias was buys, what point would they be valid? Because I was looking for buys all day, I was winning small, then when sells came, I got clapped. Oh boy. I hope you had a stop loss, but I mean, buys were pretty good throughout Asia session. We got some buys in early pre-London, but I mean, you should have had a stop loss. Shouldn't really have been clapped that bad. Can I please check US 30? We are looking on a bearish or bullish stock at the moment. I think we did have a look at US 30 and it was pretty bearish. So let's take a look at that again. Yeah, you want it to form some form of resistance at this point. Yeah, so if this 1 hour closes with this wick over here, and on the lower time frames you start to see resistances, then this wick is going to get filled. And it's about 95 points, $95. Do I expect gold to retest 1730 and break out? I think it just did retest 1730, and I don't know if it's going to break out. I mean, it is a fake out at this moment, but we don't know what it's going to do. Alright, got a little phone call over there. Wait. See GJ coming up to the 150, 200 area. Let's see if it can leave some rejections and then come back down to the support. Because, so after all, you know, the 4 hour is still ranging, but we do have, you know, this momentum from the London session to pre-New York. So if it forms a resistance here, you can still expect it to come back down and retest the low, fill the wick. But so yeah, that's still a viable option, but trying to take sells anticipating the break of the range, that's going to start to get tricky because you don't know. Nobody knows.
Yo, what's good, Master P? What's good, Mitch? What's good, Frank?
Hey man, how are you?
Hey.
Good. Yo, today and yesterday is pretty slow. Well, other than the big move on GJ, but I didn't catch that shit. You guys had catch anything during London?
It was a pretty slow. Yeah, it's been pretty slow with the 4 hour ranging, but in London we were looking to catch these sells over here.
Yeah, there's good selling opportunities, that's for sure.
Yeah, that was a pretty good one. I got in a little too early once the 30-minute broke the low here. I was a little too excited to enter over there, so I entered, and it kind of rejected, and I managed myself out of it. And then it didn't give me any second opportunities to enter.
You trade just GJ?
No, also gold.
Okay. That's chill. That's chill. Yo, it was pretty calm on the stream. I figured somebody had to come and talk a bit.
Yeah, true, man. I'm exhausted over here.
Yeah, you're all alone, bro.
Yeah.
But there's a couple other people talking too.
Yeah, true, and the gulag is pretty fun to read.
Yo, GJ's at a delicate situation right now with coming right back up to resistance. it would be perfect if it formed a nice resistance on like the 30-minute or 15-minute.
Yeah, indeed. Because it created a low. We have this very strong momentum. You can see how big the candles is. I mean, this is like a 27 pip candle. This is a 37 pip candle. So clearly there's a lot of sellers in the market. And if we see some rejections here, then it's going to retest this low.
Yeah, still pretty big move if you think about from all the way on the top of the range, like 150-700 all the way down is a huge drop considering that happened yesterday or yesterday. Oh no, this morning during London. Okay, yeah, bro, huge move since London.
Yeah, about 80 pips over there.
Yeah. When price starts, because Rakil sometimes when price moves impulsively like this, he starts looking at like the smaller time frame structure and all that. But what do you guys think about that?
Yeah, so I mean, if you look at the 5 minutes, you can see that they're pretty big candles, so they have a lot of volume. So in this situation, the 5 minute is a rather good confirmation time frame. But I just have my chart here on the 15 for the gulag.
Yeah, same.
So
I don't like the 5 minute, to be honest.
See, I take most of my buys on the 5 minute or sells on the 5 minute because it's just like a clean confirmation, especially when you got these big candles like that. You know that within the 5 minutes, there's everybody's flooding that.
Yeah, indeed, especially at high volume times.
Yeah, especially now since the candles are huge. That's what I was looking at too. But because I was asking about the 5 minute because you know how it's right back to that zone that I just broke.
Yes.
I might look for a 5 minute resistance because it's such a valid zone, and might take my sales off the 5 minute because it might just look, well, it looks like it's shooting back down, but it just moved like 2 pips. But
true. Yeah, you want to take it by the ear because if this 5 minute starts creating resistance, then you have to ask yourself, when is the 15-minute closing? Then you have this 15-minute closing as well with the 5 minute. Then this bearish 5 minute becomes the wick of the 15.
Just a wick, yeah. There's no confirm. I never look at the 5 minute either. I'm just like chasing a trade, to be honest.
Yeah, so you kind of need to put 2 and 2 together as well when trading the 5 minute. You really need to be aware of the higher time frame candles because you might get a confirmation. Like if this candle closes bearish, you can say, oh, perfect. The next one can respect the high and go lower. But then you have the 15-minute closing bullish, and what you might see is that the next 15-minute can break the high and then close bullish to give you that confirmation to go down.
Look at the bullish momentum on the current 15, bro. No bottom wick, just shot right up.
Yeah,
that's why I don't want to take it on the 5 minute. 15-minute resistance and sells to retest the bottom. I think that's the plan for the day.
True.
Do you usually trade New York, or you're just doing it because we're killing doing the streams?
No, I usually don't trade New York at all. Almost never.
Okay, so you're doing a favor for these gulag traders.
Yeah, pretty much doing a favor by breaking my plan.
But last week you called a nice trades though, for real, no cap.
Oh yeah, last week was pretty nice. It was pretty good.
Yeah. I think that's why everyone came on early this week, like all hyped up to like take trades. That was me yesterday though, not gonna lie.
I see. Yeah, what we did. What? Crap! I lost my train of thought.
Yeah, we definitely had some good trades. I mean, it was towards the later in the week. My personal feeling, I don't feel like, Mondays and Tuesdays are kind of always slow for me.
Yeah, Monday, especially to Monday.
I find that I'm not mostly twiddling my thumbs and trying to sit on my hands, so I don't take those stupid trades that I'm trying to trace. But, some days it's not.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I know the feel. Plus, yesterday, I only took 3 trades last week, so that's how you know it's a good week with like 3 conservative trades, But Monday was a bank holiday for some countries.
Yeah, for the pound, it was bank holiday.
Yeah.
Gold buys.
I think I broke my plan last week, and it actually paid out. I think, didn't we take those buys or those sells on Friday?
On Friday, I was looking for gold buys.
Yes, and then it flipped, and we took those sells. Yeah. So, and I normally try not to. Raja pumped into my head not to,
Mhm.
take trades on Fridays, but that one was just too
True.
beautiful to because it was like a 41 pip move, and that was just my take profit because then it kept soaring down. So it was,
Yeah, you had the sells afterwards.
yeah, it was a pretty nice.
Hmm. Yeah, I had a far-fetched idea for price to create a support at this retest area, but I needed like a 1 hour to close a bullish, but that never happened. 30-minute was too weak for that. Buys from here. So let's see, do we have any charts in the gulag? Let me go through the messages here.
If this last 15 minute of the 1 hour on GJ closes bearish,
Yeah, the
it
next hour is gonna fill the wick.
it would be good because like it wouldn't be as big of a rejection on the 1 hour close, and it would be a good wick to fill with the momentum with the New York Open.
Hmm.
That would be a good setup.
Yeah, indeed. You see 5-minute closed weak bearish over there.
Yeah, the 5 minute, in my opinion, has no confirmation.
Yeah, no, not right now.
Yeah. I was kind of pissed about the move at first, but now we've made some nice traffic if we wait for the confirmation.
Hmm. Yeah, man, you should have seen me in London session. I was so sad that I didn't get to catch the move, because
So you'd be rich right now if your thing was still running.
Yeah, because I planned the moves since like the start of my session. I saw what happened, and I was really confident in this situation because it's about the 6th, 7th time we've seen it in this year.
You noted it, yeah. You were waiting for it.
Yeah, so I knew it, and but I just entered a little too early over here, and the price rejected, and I never got the second chance to enter. But that's okay.
Yeah, me last week. It boosted my confidence a bit because like I was securing full at like 10-15 pips, but twice I took 3 trades and 2 out of the 3 trades ran for 100 pips, 60 pips
yeah.
On GJ. So that's why I came this week like with a great mindset, and also like tried to up my lot size. But you know that feeling every time you try to up your lot size, the first trade is a L.
Yeah, I upped my lot size today as well.
Yeah, me it was yesterday. That's why I'm trying to be conservative right now. No lies.
True. And,
it's just Tuesday though.
Yeah, exactly. It's still a whole week ahead.
For real.
Let's see. We've got a chart over here. Ooh. Oh, that's my fault. I missed the little slash. Over here, if negative candle forms, makes sense to sell. Left is clean candles as well. Strong support on the 4-hour, huge wick. This is the 15-minute possible. Yeah, we were talking about this just now. I think like Trading Die mentioned, and like Andrew mentioned, if you get a bearish, if this 15-minute closes bearish, then you have this 30-minute closing weak bullish, and you have the 1-hour closing with a wick that can be filled. But you have to, of course, keep in mind that we are rejecting 4-hour support, and 4-hour outweighs the 1-hour.
Yeah, and also the resistance being formed is crucial because right now, if the 1 hour closes like this, it just looks like a rejection of the 4-hour zone that you said is really strong too.
Indeed, it needs to close with a strong body.
Yeah,
and everything.
Which would also be the 15-minute forming resistance, which is what you want when taking a trade. You want all the time frames to align. I think that's like the perfect trade.
Yeah, exactly.
And when you have other people on the Zoom chat agreeing with you.
True.
That's mostly not a good thing. The best trades I feel
on the Zoom, not the gulag though. It has to be on the Zoom.
Now even then, I feel the best trades is when not everybody's with you. Because if everybody's with you, I feel like then
you're just following the herd, but at the same time
exactly.
I know, but like if you're saying it out loud and everything sounds good, I find that's A1. When you say it out loud and then you realize everything comes together, you're like, all right, bless, I'm executing. Fuck it.
Yeah, true. That's okay. It's okay. Yeah, true. I think when you've got the opposite bias to everybody else, then it's sometimes you seem like an idiot because then price doesn't do what you want, and everybody is like, bro, don't marry your bias. But then there's that few times it does do what you want to do, and then you're like, oh wow.
And that feels good.
Yeah. Got a chart over here from an Italian. I salute you. Oh crap. Again, no slash. Let's take a look at this chart. Main bias, I am expecting price to close below 1722, so I am looking for sells, TP1 at 1720 and 1712. Possible buys at 1736, only if 30M closes above resistance. Interesting. So that's interesting. Yeah, well, let me annotate, because I think that's pretty good. I think you can also start looking for buys possibly above here, above like 1730, because if you take a look to the left, you see that like you have clean traffic. So with clean, and you're at a very strong support too. So if price does break above here, I think with the New York Open, it's going to be a pretty easy move to 1736. And for sells, I think that makes sense to wait for 1722, 1723 to break. The current low here to break. So that makes sense. We got Italian traders over here. Well done. You guys need to boost the economy in Italy because it's not doing that well. So we need a lot of Italians to start trading, making a lot of money, buying Ferraris, boosting the economy. Okay, got another. I'm Italian too. Check my chart. Now everybody's gonna start telling me they're Italian so I can check their charts. Yeah, don't worry, guys. We're gonna check every chart. As doesn't matter where you're from. So this is CAD JPY 30-minute. It's creating lower lows, lower highs, making impulse moves after corrections, constantly sell after breaking daily support level point, closing 30-minute candle top.
Well, GJ doesn't want to wait for the closes.
Oh wow, look at that. Yeah, I think this chart, I mean, I don't understand this chart. There's no like zones, just like channels. But yeah, I think if you retest this channel and then form a resistance at the bottom end of the channel to go down, I think pretty good.
Yeah, but bro, he's Italian.
So I need to speak Italian to him or something. Yeah, so let's take a look at what GJ does over here with this.
New York Open candle.
Yeah, because the 5-minute might start creating a support here.
With the volume, like you were saying before, it could just push through the zones as well.
Yeah,
very
indeed.
minor zone. Very minor zone. If the 15-minute could stay like this for 7 minutes, I would be very happy.
True. Sorry, I am new here, but does Raja come back on the stream as well? I think Raja retired for good.
It's not even the same channel though.
Yeah. Nah, Rajas will be back on the 15th, so 2 more days. And then he's going to call out some amazing trades.
Has to be. I read his announcement on Slack. He's going to be back on 19th, I guess.
Oh, 19th? Really?
Live streams from 19th. You guys have to bear with us a bit more.
Oh, okay. Yeah, looks like you're stuck with us until the 19th, guys. Out of the office till 15th April. Oh yeah, because 15th April is like a Friday, Thursday. Yeah, and then Monday's the 19th.
Yo, when did you guys say that you guys are having a guest?
We don't know yet. We contacted the guest, and the guest needs to let us know when he's gonna come.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, we can't.
You guys have a Telegram group or something, or it's
No.
just Luke's channel you guys use?
No, we have Luke's channel basically, and Luke and I are looking to build a community as well in the coming like 3 months and things like that.
All right, that's cool, bro. I'm down to show some support to the community.
Indeed. A community, because everybody wants to know where the Zoom link's at.
Oh, right now, is it just people from Market Fluidity?
Yeah, it's only people from Market Fluidity in the Zoom.
Yeah, I wasn't sure.
Mm.
But on YouTube, it seems to be going well for you guys.
Yeah, it's growing pretty rapidly here. We have about 710 people watching us on YouTube.
Yeah, I saw 600-700 people before. That's pretty good.
Yeah, pretty.
It hasn't been that long that Luke has his channel. Has it been a while?
It's been about 2 months, 3 months.
Yeah, that's actually lit for you guys.
Yeah, quite fast. Let's see. I think I saw an interesting comment. From morning, I was trying to understand the setup of sells when the price was going up. You mentioned the reversal. Yeah, because it was at 4-hour resistance. Daily had no bottom wick, so I put one and two together, and figured that I was more confident in sells than in buys. Came to that confirmation sheet. Please check my previous message. May I ask you how you came to that confirmation? Please check my previous message. Well, there's hundreds. Oh, here. Oh yeah, I just answered that. Oh, I'm doing a great job. Thank you, man. That's pretty nice. I don't do this often, so. We have somebody, Craig Barca. I've been hanging out in a Signal lobby since Raja left. What a mess they are. Just gamblers. Yeah, I can imagine.
Was he talking about us?
No, like how I think he joined some sort of Signal service once Raja left.
Okay.
Yeah, I think. I mean, what do you need signals for? If you follow Raja, you can read the markets, make your own signals. Can I take a look at this chart? Yes, I can take a look at this chart. There we go. Nice. Now, see every chart? I showed how my chart looked like, and now every chart has annotations. Since then, every chart has been annotated neatly. Very nice. So, waiting for the hourly to close so candle can create a top wick and enter. Price already came up to make resistance, which is why there is a wick. Okay, nice. This is pound yen 1 hour. Yeah, that's pretty nice. You really want this 15-minute to close bearish over here. Oh. Reset the zoom. Yes. Oh. Okay. Yeah, because if this 15-minute closes too weak bearish, then there's no trade. There's no sell. And this, yeah, this is why the 5-minute can be deceiving sometimes. It can move, but
I just went to get coffee and that happened.
See, gold is starting to break above again. Can it go counter trend? This time we have a 30-minute candle closing above in 1.5 minutes, but we have some form of resistance over here on the 15, which is not apparent on the 30. So we want to be careful. We want to be mindful of this area. Maybe take buys in like a buy stop once it breaks these highs over here, provided it creates first a bottom wick. You really want to see a bottom wick first, and then. And if we take a look at the time as well, we're approaching NY open in about a minute. So that would make pretty good sense for if gold can break above this high over here, provided it first creates a bottom wick retesting this support, this resistance over here, then we can fill this whole range. Got clean traffic all the way here. got a good question from Stefano. You guys used fixed lots. How do you handle if a trade has 10 pips versus 15 pips? Do you just acknowledge that you will be risking more dollars? Let's see how this gold trade plays out here, and then I will answer you. Because it seems like a very delicate situation. I think if this candle over here can kind of create a bottom wick and then start to go bullish and break these highs over here, you can see some kind of move up. But I'm not going to participate in this. I'm not going to participate because today I lost my magic crystal ball and I took a loss on pound yen over here on sells. They still worked out, but yeah, and then I took a loss on gold sells over here, wicked 3 pips higher than my stop loss that hit me and then came down, but that's okay. We see that GJ is closing below, but 30-minute is closing rather strong, bullish. 15-minute closed without a wick, so you might want to, there's a little bit more patience involved with pound yen to take sells. Because like I discussed earlier, when price is ranging, it goes from, you know, resistance to support. So you can see here it went from support to resistance, down to support to resistance, and now we tapped support again. And you know, if this market structure is going to continue happening, then technically, theoretically, we should be heading back up to support. Resistance, right? So, and this rejection over here doesn't really indicate a good probability to break below. So,
and that 1 hour close didn't break necessarily below the support either. Like your red line is at the previous support.
Yeah, but it
didn't close below those candles. Yeah.
Yeah, it closed above that. So you want to be wary of.
That's what I didn't like. And it just looks like it was creating its lower wick for the daily candle to continue bullish throughout New York session.
Indeed.
I was hoping for sells below before the huge impulsive move. And then it just, everyone was probably looking for sells 30 minutes ago. Now everyone's probably looking for
buys. Yeah.
But I would still wait another 30 minutes because there's CPI news coming out.
Oh yeah, of course. Good that you mention it. So
and
guys,
then I notice a lot that since it hasn't moved, it's probably waiting for that news, gold. And now it's whether does it come right when at 8:30 when it drops, or will it be at not at NYSE open?
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah, but I'm definitely gonna wait for that CPI. It's gonna move CPI news 100%.
Yeah, 100%. That's really good that you mentioned it because I almost forgot about this news on gold. But yeah, technically speaking, it still makes sense because at that point you're also almost breaking the 4-hour high, but I mean this is up to you to take or not. You have news in 30 minutes. The idea is presented here, so let's see how it plays out, how it works. Pound yen, you might see a deeper retrace. And what I mean by a deeper retrace is that perhaps you might see like a big wick over here and then price closing like this.
Yeah, that's what I'm expecting. That's what I'm hoping for. Today today's a patience day and waiting for price to do what you want it to do, and no like impulse entries, nothing like that.
Indeed.
Yesterday was that too.
Hey, Master B?
Yes, trading die.
Yeah, I mean, my trading thing that I said earlier, I think I'm still on sells. The only way I will look for buys if it starts closing this area and then retests off this, creates a support here, then only I'll be looking for buys, but I'm still bearish. But having said that, I've come to the end of my day. I probably won't take any trade, man, but like this area for sells, if anyone's still at it, like my area is rejection of this, bearish close in this area, sort of this area, and then look to trade between that. So that's my trading profit taking area.
Yo, trading die, I have a question.
What's up, man? Hi.
You know, what's up? You said you would take buys if it starts closing above the next resistance that's on the chart.
Yeah.
But I was thinking of switching my bias to buys once we start breaking highs and closing in the range. But you don't find that price already moved a lot? Like we wouldn't be missing most of the buys?
Man, just looking at the way the market is in the higher time frame, for me, like it's fine. My target is 10 pips. I'm not like swing trading to like
for
catch
sure,
the
but
whole moment, man. Do you know what I mean? Like I just want that quick 10 pips. That's it. But even in that, I really want some sort of structure. Like I just want
looking at I see sells too much to take buys in the small range. Even though I'm just looking for 10 pips too, it's just there's so much seller pressure right now.
Yeah, and buyers I mean, like if you look at the 30-minute Master P.
Yes, 30-minute.
Like it does look like a fake out, right? But then at the same time, like I want some more data. I want some more confirmation. What's going to happen in this range? Mm-hmm. It's very sensitive. Like if it closes up here, need a support, and then buys if you haven't traded and you're saving your bullets. Otherwise, like sell. I'm more like focused on sells from this area onwards.
Yeah, same.
This is my
right.
Yeah, and just waiting, man, Andrew.
I thought you were switching up your bias real quick. That's why I was wondering if you were still on it.
No, like not so quickly, man. I took some defeat this morning round about here. Master P didn't. Master P had an amazing analysis. I wasn't listening to him. I had my own bias of taking buys. I got hit.
Now they milked.
Yeah, and I got in a second entry here, like a second entry, and it just battered me twice, which is quite bad. I wanted to take this trade, but then I wanted a top wick, and it just melted. Like I was like, oh no! So I waited all this time. It's just one of those days, man.
You guys have been looking at the charts since London. Sometimes when I look at the charts for that long, I'd just be like looking at small setups that aren't even there,
Yeah, true. You start to see things.
Get hypnotized by the charts,
Yeah, true. I mean, I'm fortunate because the Zoom has been active, and there's a really good sense of community and friendship and support here, right? But like
it practices discipline too. Like when you're looking at the charts and you're just chatting to the boys, like it practices discipline. Honestly, you're not taking any trades. You're just talking about what's going on.
True.
Exactly.
Have a good sense of banter as well. But I'll be honest, right? I am tired mentally, so I'm just gonna go out for.
Oh man, tell me about it.
Like,
I just woke up. You guys have been looking at the charts for what, 3-4 hours already?
Yeah, man.
Nah, man, like 7 hours, bro.
Holy.
Like,
are you guys all from the same area, or do you guys know each other from like trading and on the internet and everything?
Trading from Slack, bro. Like from Slack.
That's sick. Okay, I didn't know it was a community from a community.
Yeah. It's like a little community within. But we're all Raja student, man. Like we're all Raja student. Like I know Luke and Master P, like they've got a big thing, like being like Raja student, and
Yeah, bro, that's sick. Okay.
Each other, man.
I support that for sure, Master P and Luke. I don't think Luke's here right now, but like that's sick that you guys are actually doing something and like making a move other than everyone else who just like talks or goes on the gulag, stuff like that.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, really great words.
But I'm looking for the same thing as Trading Die. With all that being said, I'm looking for the same thing as Trading Die.
I think we all should be, like, if we're all Raja student, man. I think that's what Raja would look at personally. But if you've got other views, let us know, innit?
Yeah, I have to ask ourselves.
Sure. Because I was looking for bias above the top resistance. My bad. Hang on. Let me just send a chart.
Oh, you can annotate if you want.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Sick. I don't know how, but like, I just want to. Wait, hold up. How do you do that? Okay, but I'm just talking about this one right here because like someone said earlier on the stream, like you could clearly mirror the move, and then you started talking about this area. But like when you said about this area, I just like the reason I don't agree is because like you were waiting for like this break of support, but it comes up to the same thing as like if you're waiting for this. But then when Trading Die said, oh, you come here and you just wait for the support, go here, it could be worst case first take profit. But I was looking for that move kind of, but it's far away from where we currently are because when I opened the charts, we were floating in this zone,
I see.
But
But I guess you missed the move that I was looking at as well. Like,
Yeah, I missed everything, but no FOMO.
No, exactly. I mean, like, this will happen again, and if you're on like YouTube, like watching this, like, it's gonna happen again. It's gonna happen again. So let's just
100%.
wait, man. Now you know.
Trading Die, I've got a question for you in the Gulag. Are you Nepalese? Just curious.
Could be, man.
Could be.
I'm in the UK. The thing is, in Nepal, like, yeah, I'm Nepalese originally. Like, haven't lived there much at all, but it's illegal in Nepal, man. It's like similar to
illegal?
To trade FX, yeah.
Oh, for real, like India, I heard.
Yeah, it's like India, similar to India from
wow.
Nepal. Like, it's illegal to trade FX in Nepal.
Oh wow, crazy! You know, I heard a story about Kim Jong Un, how he killed a trader because in obviously in North Korea they have very strict rules, obviously, and this trader was trading against their currency, which was illegal because Kim Jong Un wants his currency to be very strong, and this trader was trading against it, so he got prosecuted for that. It's like, holy.
Did he actually get executed?
Yeah, he got killed for it. It cost him his life.
I feel like Donald Trump would do something like that too.
Well, I don't know.
You gotta be patriotic. So does that mean if we are selling GJ, like, we could potentially get executed in the UK?
Boris, no. Boris.
Man, I don't trust Boris, man. But yeah, I'm Nepalese. Originally Nepalese or Nepali.
Stefano, send your question again. I missed it. I didn't answer it because I must have missed it. So ask it again and I might answer it. You have some Nepalese people in the chat too, that also live in UK. Guys got connections.
Yeah.
Let's check gold. Yeah. Oh wow, gold is trading above. I saw it was rejecting. It came up here, broke the high, and then started trading bearish. Yeah, right there. It this 5 minute broke the high and then came bearish, and now this one's back bullish. So probably.
Bearish. Now this one's back bullish. Probably.
I'm gonna mute. Oh, okay, no, got muted by itself. Perfect.
Yeah, that's my bad.
Yeah. So sometimes what I noticed is that sometimes if taking an impulse entry is a little too risky, you can wait for a 5 minute to close above. Like if you weren't comfortable with taking a impulse entry over here on gold or something, then what you could do is maybe wait for like a 5 minute to close above. But then there's of course always that probability you might miss the move. But that comes with practice. Let's take a look at this chart in the zoom from the zoom. Several rejections, buys after close above 1730.88 or look for 30 minute close below. Yeah, indeed. Indeed. Probably a good idea would have been this 4-hour wick right here. That's where you would have had zero drawdown. Yeah, price just tapped. Oh wow, look at it go. Price just broke it. It came back to break even for a minute, and then you're probably up what? It's probably up 15 pips right there.
Yeah, I'm in gold right now. Got it as soon as it broke that wick.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm also on
the news. So I want to close before the news.
Yeah, true.
Well, I'm going to close 50% before the news and then let my runners and see what it happens. But I put a limit in, and I was tapped in at 8 o'clock because it broke that 5 minute high at 750, and that's where I put it. Where I put my at 1730, 270 is where I bought in at.
Okay, nice. Yeah, you had to eat a little bit of drawdown, but that's okay.
Yeah, well, I put my stop loss at the end of the 30-minute candle.
Right.
Because I'll risk a little bit more than a lot of people do. but that's just because, you know, I try to. Yeah, basically.
Yeah. Scam money don't make money.
Yeah, so we should correct this clean traffic over here should be mirrored on gold up to, you know, 1736. And we discussed this idea to somebody that sent a chart earlier. They were looking for gold buys above a certain area, but then I told them, hey, maybe you can look for them a little bit earlier above this resistance over here rather than above here. And hopefully that played out well for them. Let's see, CS in the Gulag wrote this in caps lock. This is just a push up for the new something, like Uncle Ted said. Yeah, we talked about that. I think maybe yesterday was on gold where we talked about a fake out or something. But
I believe it was.
Yeah, but I don't think this is a fake out. I mean, we broke above the 4-hour high. The 4-hour is extremely bullish. We're trading above a support now. So the only way this is going to be a fake out is if we start closing back below 1729 and then 1723. But yeah, maybe 4 hours just going to do a retest of this area, and then tomorrow it's going to break below, but who knows.
So then everyone who's in this, just remember to manage your risk.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, gold. Come on.
Should
Up 20 pips.
Yeah, you should probably want to trail your stop loss at break even or below this 15-minute low. I think Frank wanted to mention something.
Yeah, I'm gonna get going. This GG is just like. All right, take care, everybody.
Yeah,
have a good day.
Take care, Frank. Thanks for cheering us on.
See you guys
tomorrow. Oh, baby, let's go, go. Come on.
Nice.
Let's go.
Pumped. It's like a good 30 pips right there, damn.
Yeah.
Just like that, in what? 1 minute, 2 minute, 3, 4, 5, 6 minutes, 30 pips, beautiful.
Yeah, I'm up like $300.
Nice, that's great. In my country, I think minimum wage is 300 a week. If you're like 18. Oh, look at this. US 30 is pretty interesting. So I mentioned how if this 1 hour on US 30 closed below with a wick, and if we see a support in the next hourly resistance in the next hourly candle, then it can come down bearish to this point and potentially even lower. So it's on the 15-minute. You want to break below here for sells. But I mean, I don't trade US 30, so it's probably going to move to completely different than what I think.
Because you didn't call them. The big bankers, that's why you didn't. That's why you're having trouble on GJ. You forgot to call the bankers this morning.
Yeah.
I still have faith in GJ sales.
Yeah, true. I mean, they can still happen. If you take
but like if it doesn't happen, I won't take the trade, but I'm just gonna sit out the session to watch it still.
True. Take a look at how it forms, then you can have it in your head for next time. Because if you look on the 15-minute, notice how they're getting smaller and smaller. Like this one was a really high volume 15-minute, then the next one was low volume, and now we got like 4 pip body, 5 pip body. So if we start closing bearish, or you get like a rejection of 150, 300, and then close bearish, like trading die mentioned, then you have
that's what I'm keeping in mind, because it's he's right. It's a strong zone where the range that it came back in. It's a very strong zone. Might just reject it back.
Yeah. Look at this. We have that comment from the guy that sent the gold chart about buys. He said in Italian, roughly translated in English, is thank you for the advice. I'm up 20 pips profit on gold. I didn't consider the clean traffic to the left before up to 1730 on gold. Thank you for that. You're welcome,
yes,
man.
Sir. Like the stream, bro.
Yeah, leave a like for the stream if you caught that trade. You're up 20
I
pips.
just closed my trade now. Got 30 pips. I'm happy. I don't care what happens now.
Amazing.
Done for the day?
Yeah, I'm done.
Before the news too. Nice lit.
Yep, exactly.
And there's a guy in the Gulag saying he likes 69 fib. I mean, if you like 69 fib, good for you, mate. I don't trade.
We don't trade fibs. Oh yeah. We have a question from Greg Flymaster. There was the question I forgot to answer because I was looking at gold. About if you trade like 15 pips stop loss on fixed lots, you know, do you accept that you're just gonna lose more money? And yeah, let's go over. Yeah, I trade fixed lots, right? And my stop loss on this trade was 15 pips, but usually I go 10 pips. So I was risking a little bit more than I would have liked, obviously. And what I did was I just managed risk, because I know like I'm not gonna eat a full 15 pip loss, right? So when price started showing me signs of rejecting, I closed 50%, and then when price tapped around 10 pips, it shot up very fast. It was about 1 minute, so I'm like, yeah, you know what? I see minus 10 pips. I'm closing positions because it happened, you know, within a minute, 2 minutes, 3 that it came all the way into the negative. So at that point I'm like, yeah, I'm not eating a 15 pip loss here. So I hope that answers your question. But what will be the outcome of the news? A great question, man. Such a great question. If I knew, I'd be rich. I'd be a billionaire with a B.
Right, Master P, the guys, I'm off. I've had a long day, man.
Awesome,
Come
man.
on, take it easy.
Cheers,
Take care, man.
Have a good
See you in
one, guys.
London.
See you tomorrow. Yeah, cheers.
Ciao, ciao. Let's see. CS is calling a gold a dump upon the news. I'm gonna keep that in mind, mate. Gonna keep you accountable to that. Just kidding. Do you open many positions with a fraction lots or one position with full standard lot? I do one position with full standard lot, and then I manage it from then on. Gbp JPY sells. Yeah, we talked about this a lot, man. I mean, if you don't know what to do at this point, I don't know what to do with you. There are loads of MLM within Nepalese community. Please don't fall for it. Anyone who wants to huge monetary. Yeah, I mean, pretty basic things by now. MLM. With all these streams, you shouldn't be falling for any sort of MLM kind of thing. Oh yes. Hey Master P, do you mind if you could check my chart real quick, please? Yes, sir. I'm sorry I didn't see it earlier. This is pound yen. Ooh, 4 hour? What? This is pound yen? 4 hour? Okay, this is complete. What am I looking at? When was this? April 13th? I'm confused. If this pound yen 4 hour, this looks completely different. But okay. Let's don't forget to moan. Oh no. What do you think about my setup? Looking for 10 pips. Dude, is this the... I'm confused. This isn't from...
That can't be a real chart. The price at like 143.
Yeah, it was a 143. I just checked. I don't know, Jonathan. I don't know what happened over here, but this is from April 13, 2021. That is today on the 4 hour. How is...
If his chart's at 143, buy, because we're at 150 and he's gonna be
yeah,
laughing.
man, instant profit. Jesus. Like, I don't know what's going on here, mate. Like, where is it? You're using FXCM. I mean, maybe this is on a simulation. Oh, you're probably doing a simulation over here. I think it's pretty good, I guess. I don't know what.
Still, chart's not clear.
Yeah, not gonna call it not clear. think we took a look at this chart already, so that's caught up.
Trading die should have stayed on the stream.
Yeah, his setup is showing, but maybe he didn't want to take it.
But he was disciplined. He said he was tired mentally. He wanted to go. That's good.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I took 2 losses, so I'm not even going to take this.
Only if it closes below the zone, to be honest.
Oh, yeah. Otherwise, this is going to be a booby trap candle.
Yeah.
For next.
I'd want the 30-minute to close bearish, and then I execute on the setup I waited for, and then call it a day.
That's pretty good. I took 2 losses, allowing myself a 3rd trade with half risk. Yeah, I took 2 losses on full position, so I'm just gonna relax. Because tomorrow, after tomorrow, next week, there's gonna be a picture-perfect setup. And when that picture-perfect setup comes, I'm gonna smash it with my full lots and make like everything back.
It's the mentality you have to have.
Yeah, indeed. It's probability. Oh, we got a little kid here on the stream.
Oh, sorry guys, sorry.
Oh no, that's okay. It's really cute, man. Teach her how to trade. Show her how it's done.
Every morning she's tried to give her a little bit more information. My son's normally next to me all morning, so hopefully
that's so nice.
Hopefully he wakes up.
I've seen him on the Raja stream.
Yeah, hopefully he starts playing with candles is when he's her rated, you know?
4 minutes, boys.
Yeah, with this candle closing, it's going to be pretty interesting. It's still high volume time and everything.
High volume time. Price moved bullish a lot too, but it's doing exactly what Trading Die said. He said he wanted to wait to see the zone, how it reacts.
Yeah, indeed.
And it's like he said, it's reacting to that zone.
Yeah, he called it out very nicely, so I'm going to tag him. If this plays out, he's going to get the credits. But it's got to close like below this low over here at
yeah, I agree. At least the 30-minute to flip a little bit.
Yeah. Mohammed said things are looking good on GJ, but the news ... Well, the news is for USD, so it shouldn't really have effect on the movement of pound yen. You might see that your spreads go up a little bit, because last time my spreads went up like quite a bit when there was USD news, even on pound.
I think that's just because of the volatility in the market, right?
Yeah, the broker's just trying to cash out a little bit extra when it comes to the spread.
It really be like that.
But as far as this 15-minute candle is concerned, it looks like it's rejecting, and so we're gonna need to wait for some extra confirmations here, because if we take a look, this 5-minute is creating support where it created resistance. Yeah. So we need like a break below this point.
It's character building day.
Yeah, indeed.
So if anyone still needs gold trades, it's coming down on this 15-minute candle. So if it breaks that 15-minute low, I would suggest everyone close 50% of your trade, just because you don't want to lose too much to try and manage your risk. That's at least what I'm going to do. But I'm hoping I don't have to.
That's a pretty good idea. I know what Uncle Ted does is like he likes to take a trade, and when it goes like 15 pips in profit, he brings his stop loss to 10 pips in profit, and then he either lets it run for like hundreds of pips or takes it out at 10 pips.
We got 1 minute.
Yeah.
I mean, for the GG cells, you want this 15 to close bearish and then the next
yeah.
30 to break the low. But the way it's looking, it's
yeah, it's flipping bullish in the last second here.
We got a low one. I've got 7 pip spread now because of the news coming in.
Holy.
Yeah. 1 second.
8, 9.
Out. Drop. Look at that drop on gold.
Oh, wow.
Holy.
Oh, wow. Jesus. The news really did have...
I guess it was good.
No trade day.
Pound yen went up. Gold went down. What did US 30 do? Oh, ironically, US 30 is the only one that's chilling over here.
US 30 is waiting for 9:30. That's why.
Yeah, I know. I used to day trade US stocks and they move at 9:30.
Yeah.
Stock
I was
exchange.
in call with a friend that trades US 30 and it's at 9:15.
Yeah, the news came out slightly better than expected. Not by much.
Now wait for the GG drop now.
Yeah, so now if I think, I mean, this is going to be a very risky idea because, you know, it's going to be impulse entry, but I think if price starts breaking these lows after creating this rejection, it's going to be pretty good, because then you can say that price came up in this range, rejected the range, and then if it starts breaking the low, there's a good probability it can continue lower with volume. Oh wow, and gold just came down to tap everybody out at break even. Look at that, crazy.
I actually got the cells.
But that's why Uncle Ted always secures his 10 pips.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I closed 50% once I got my 10 pips, so it was just my runners stopped out. But
yeah, and if anybody wants to know what volatility looks like, take a look at this 1 minute candle on gold. That's the picture of volatility.
30 pip candle on a 1 minute.
Yeah.
More than 30 pips, I think.
It's like from the high to the low is 52 pips.
50 pips.
Yeah, can you imagine you don't have a stop loss on that? You're like, poof, or something. But yeah, ironically, US 30, which is like, you know, I think highly correlated to USD, didn't move at all. Still chilling. So I'm gonna stay on the stream to see how this trade plays out. If it breaks the low over here, if it's gonna play out like I think it is, to fill this wick to the left, and then potentially to 25 pips. And then we're going to call it a day, because, man, I'm tired as hell.
I think I'm going to take an impulse entry if it breaks a low, with the stop loss in the middle of the previous zone.
Yeah, because what's your stop loss going to be? Ooh.
Yeah,
so if you have...
Rakil says it often, and I remember this, when you have like impulsive moves like that and it taps into the top of the range and all those things, it's appropriate to put your stop loss like in the middle of the range, assuming that it's leaving the zone for good, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. I do that a lot of times too, just have my stop loss in the middle of the range, middle of the candle. Because also with impulse entries, you kind of expect price to move with almost no
zero drawdown.
Exactly. So it has no business coming back up in the middle of the range.
Gold is going up again.
Somebody in the Zoom said, bruh, my BE got slipped 10 pips. Yeah, you know, that happens with volatility. Which is pretty...
It's like the risk you pay when you trade.
That's gold. A lot. 10 pips, imagine having a one lot. That's $100.
Yeah, man. That's why you don't trade the news, guys. You hear it all the time from Raja. But I guess you didn't really trade the news. You just got caught up on it. You know, if this 30-minute... No, that's 15-minute. Never mind. I was going to say if this 30
minutes going to close. If it breaks the 30-minute low,
it's going to close down here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say if this candle closes bearish, I might take a sell, because that's going to be extremely high confirmation, but it's a 15-minute, not a 30, so...
Yeah, but then you would have to have a stop loss at 30-minute, which is too high.
True. Yeah, I think this is going to be a great move if it breaks the low, or even if this 5 minute closes. I mean, if this 5 minute closes bearish, that's going to be like a bonus confluence to that. Let's see, gold's soon hitting 1736. Hey, we have Qwertly FX in the chat. How are you doing? Hope everything's good.
But if you look at gold on like the 4 hour, technically we're still under. We broke through support, and now we're coming back to retest it.
Yeah.
So as long as we stay below 36, we should be bearish.
Yeah, indeed. It's kind of like a retest, and then maybe tomorrow.
Exactly.
Yeah, tomorrow we might see price like closing below. Exactly like this pattern over here, right? You have a bullish candle, and then the
Exactly.
resistance, and then close below the low. Poof. So GJ, yeah, GJ's delicate, guys. People who have trigger fingers, who are antsy about executing sells over here, you guys are gonna get slapped with some drawdown. You gotta wait for some lows to be broken.
You have to sit on your hands.
Yep. What do I think about this? Oh, hey, this chart seems familiar. I know him. Sells below 150 to 25. Yep. And buys above there. That's a great idea. It's a beautiful idea. Sells below 150.125. Guys, if you caught any profitable trade today, make sure to leave a like on the stream. We have 700 people watching, 300 likes. I think we can get that ratio at least above 50%, right? So let's see if we can get like 400 likes. Setting a take profit at 400 likes. We called out some gold buys. We were looking for gold sells at first, but then, you know, we were fluid with the market. We realized that the bias might be shifting, and once we started breaking above this 4 hour high over here, it was off to the races. And with GJ, we explained why it was extremely high probability to tap into 149.800 while price was closing below these lows over here. Some people took sells over here, some people took sells over there. Some people are looking to take sells over here. So I think this is going to be interesting. We've got a guy in the gulag who's called Lord ROGA Bangs. Lord Roja Bangs. Interesting. Interesting name. Yes, good for currency mean bad for gold. Yes, if positive news comes out for USD, that's bad for gold. Numbers were better than expected. Yes. Yeah. Oh, and we have SC in the chat. SC called that gold will melt once the news comes out. I guess he was sort of right. Kind of melted for a minute. So
Less than a minute.
So I'm looking at where I went wrong on this gold, and I got stopped out because I moved my original stop loss for my runners because I had put it at the 30-minute.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Just below it, and then I moved it up in chance of this news, and that's where I got stopped out at. So I guess, like Raja says all the time, don't touch your stop loss. Leave it where,
where it is.
Where it is. Vice versa, whether you're gonna move it down because you think you're trying to get it, or up. It just, I guess that was my mess up.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, it was So you had your stops below the 30-minute down here, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's still tricky business. 6 pips could have been stopped out with the spread. And look at that. Gold is just rocketing through 1736. It's already at 1737. Probably going to hit 1738 in about 2 seconds. Then I guess it's going to 1745 at this point. So we were kind of anticipating some sells to see if we broke below, and then we discussed how if price starts breaking above this resistance, then it must mean that we're respecting this super important support. And when price is ranging, it goes from supports to resistances. So that point, 1745, is going to be the destination on gold for today. Pound yen is starting to break below 150.125. It's got 5 minutes left for this 15-minute to close. What a delicate situation. Because we got wick rejections here, so we really, really need to break, 0.125. I just hate news. I don't know if it will respect price action. Well, that's why we don't trade news. Yeah, it's that simple. It's like, hey man, when I touch a lighter, my hand burns. Hey man, don't touch the lighter. Once he sells, I'm buying. Perfect, man.
GJ is coming down.
Yeah, let's see it. Oh, it broke the low, and I guess people are executing their sells over here, so I'm going to be your cheerleader for today.
Yeah, I just entered.
Yeah, I'm going to be your cheerleader over here for price to continue pushing down and fill this wick. Your stop loss should be around over here.
It's risky. It's risky, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, as long as candles keep closing bearish. I mean, if this 5-minute closes bearish, your first issue is going to be down here.
Like the 15-minute, how you were saying the candles are getting weaker, then you got a weak bearish one, then you got the rejection of the previous zone, and now it's coming back down. It's like perfect in my opinion.
Bro, this is the same situation we took sells on last Wednesday on the 30-minute, remember?
Exactly.
Like exactly the same situation. Bullish candles going up, doji, next one closed bearish, and then boom.
Exactly. Bro, that's one of the trades I should have held, is what I was saying.
Look at that. It's going down.
So perfect. I hope somebody, just a second ago I read that somebody's going to take the opposite trade of me. So perfect, man. I hope you took a buy over here.
Buy GJ.
Yeah, take a buy, guys. Buy it right now.
Yeah, so I can take your money.
Yeah, man. Give us your money. So yeah, this trade, as you guys noticed, once it's broke the low, it's got 0 drawdown. It's 3-4 pips in profit. If it starts coming back, or if the 5-minute starts rejecting and things like that, you're looking to manage risk. So if I was in this trade, I'd be looking to close to manage risk if this 5-minute were to break its own high or start to flip bullish. Those are going to be pretty good points, but that shouldn't really be happening at this point, should it? We should move straight down to fill the wick. Beautiful, guys. So if you guys in the gulag, if you're in these cells and you had 0 drawdown yet, make sure to leave a like on the Zoom on the YouTube, man. We need to pump those likes up. We called out some amazing trades today. Called out sells from up here, gold sells and then gold buys. Pound yen sells are playing out right now. Can it reach 10 pips? Once this trade reaches 10 pips, we're going to call it a day over here. I'm going to end the stream because I am just absolutely worn out. Gold hit my break even. Oh, yeah. That's a little shame. Can you look at pound USD? Why did it buy... Oh, okay, I'm going to read it as it's typed. Can you look at GBP USD? Why did it up if it's positive news for dollars? Should this not be dollar strengthened pound? Man, I don't know what you've got going through your head there. So this trade is running nicely, about 7-8 pips profit. Can we hit 9? Can we get 150 200? I mean 150 20? 150.02. Then we can sound off some horns again. So if you
Beautiful
guys,
trade on DJ.
yeah, amazing trade, man. Did you take this as well, Augustus?
Nope, I had my 2 trades and I'm done for the day.
Nice, nice. Yeah, I didn't take this too. I took 2 losses, and now I'm like, not until tomorrow.
It's the exact trade we traded in New York, man. It
Last
just went
time.
down.
Yeah, exactly. I mentioned it
Yeah,
just a
that's
second.
exactly what he said.
It's the exact same setup, except this time we kind of executed impulsively once it broke this low over here. But last time we were looking for the exact same thing.
It's the same scenario.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
pushes up, then at the top creates sort of a weak bullish candles, breaks the low, and off we go.
Yeah, indeed.
If I wouldn't have any trades today, I would definitely take this.
Yeah, 100%.
But with the stop loss, probably break even now.
Yeah, it hit about 9 pips over here.
Yeah, so you don't want a price coming back to your zone.
Yeah, we had somebody who caught 8.5 pips today, and then price went into it went in negative, and they secured a small loss. So I told them, like, maybe next time just close it at break even, since it went so far into profit. It shouldn't come back to break even.
Yeah, what I tend to see, if it moves like 7 to 8 pips, it has no room to go back. And if it does, you better be out than sorry.
True, indeed.
It's like for me today, I was in GJ cells 6.6 pips up, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna be break even because I don't like the way it's rejecting, but I was still in profits, and then it shot up straight away and hit my break even. I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah, indeed. What can you do about it at that point?
What I want to see on daily, I want to see closures below 150, 030, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be really nice. If we break this range, it's gonna be a nice move. Hopefully.
Or we might break this range tomorrow,
Yeah, indeed. That I was about to say. Hopefully, it breaks tomorrow in London session, because then it's gonna have range for like what, 3 days. Poof, the breakout is gonna be explosive.
148, 800. Here we come.
100 pips.
Yeah. I will milk that thing.
Adamin from the Gulag, I put a sell on GJ today before the melt got stopped out, and then GJ just melted. That's just ... Man, tell me about it. Have you guys taken any trades today? I don't know, man. Did we take any trades today? Did you guys take any trades today? I want to look back. What's that song called? This song is called Hear the Noise by John Deli and something.
Got you were playing music in YouTube, and I was gonna say Baby Shark because my daughter's playing Baby Shark.
Yeah, it's
that has like the #1 views in the world. It's like 1 billion. Views.
Oh, GJ.
Yeah, my daughter probably has like
Baby Shark.
100 million of those views.
Yeah, and right now everybody should have just secured their 10 pips, 9 pips, 8.5 pips right here. Stop loss at break even, and leaving it run. You could leave it running down to 149, 800. And if you are a little bit more of a spicy trader, you might want to leave it running to see if it can break 148, 800.
That's what we're doing.
If you like the spice, yeah.
Went from my partial take profit at 10 pips, it went to 9.8 pips. But it's still good, I think.
Yeah, it's breaking the low, so right now should fill this wick to the left at 150.00. It's the first target, and then after that it's gonna come down to about 149, 900, 800. gold. Oh wow, gold just pumped to 1742, almost 1745. You're probably gonna see gold at 1745 in the next hour or two. So if all right, so I'm gonna go call it a day over here. The idea for pound yen is pretty much come to a completion over here, and people are, yeah, exactly. People are leaving a runner, risk-free trade to see if it can break this support. Because if it can break this support at 0.800, man, you guys have 100 pips ready to be eaten down there. So that's gonna be pretty good. For the people that are going to continue to trade, for the over traders in the in the gulag over here on gold, you're going to want to see a support and then move up to 1745. US 30 is going back up, so that's pretty perfect. We're going to call it a day over here.
Ciao, Master Pete.
Hey, take care, guys. Thank you for joining in again. It was a really fun session.
And for anyone who is waiting for GJ, I waited 2 hours and it took 5 minutes to get the 10 pips.
Yeah, guys, it's that simple.
Pay to wait.
Patience. And for the gulag, guys, make sure to leave a like before you head out. It'll be amazing. We hit 400, so I'm happy for that. And I'm gonna call it a day right here. Thank you guys for joining. Take care, Mitch. It was really fun.
Thank you. See you tomorrow.
Have a good day, Mitch. Peace out, everyone.
See you guys. Alright, it's just the gulag. We can take our secret trades over here, gulag. You guys make sure not to overtrade. Take care, gulag. We'll see you tomorrow in London session. Ciao, ciao.